Hola, I am Roman Barba, a research and development engineer working in HP for the last 18 years. And here I am to tell you about wall coverings, a really exciting applications that latex can do a really good job. But before we start talking about wall coverings, let me introduce you a little bit about papers, how well is doing latex with papers. So let me show you a sample of a plain paper. This plain paper, it's a very, very cheap paper, has been printed with a solvent. We already know that solvent is not a technology that can print on papers. Why is that? Solvent is a very aggressive ink. The ink goes through the paper and you see the image on the back side. So that's why our customers cannot use solvent technology to print on paper. Latex, one of the things that I really like of latex, it's its versatility. The fact that can also print on papers, very, very low-cost papers like this one over here. Why is that? Well, you can see the image over here, a very nice image, because the ink stays on the surface. The ink doesn't go through the paper. So really good quality. But you may say, yeah, I think it's good quality, but what happens if I want better quality with papers? Can I use traditional offset papers? Sure, we can also use traditional offset papers. Let me show you what happens when we print traditional offset papers with solvent. We already know also that solvent is not a technology to work with offset papers. There is a lot of coalescence in this area over here that makes this solution not really valid for solvent. What happens when we want to print this offset paper? And again, that's a traditional offset paper. It's a really low-cost offset paper that has been printed with latex. Very, very smooth transitions, very good image quality. Really low-cost media that allows us to have a very good solution for kind of posters, point-of-purchase applications. One thing that I like a lot of printing on papers is that I can print on any type of paper. And here I took just one fine art paper where I printed an art image. The quality is very good. Latex, as you probably know, gives us very good quality. And I printed this image on this art paper. And the story here is that I would try never to sell this type of product to our customers. What I really like is to add value to the prints. How can we add value to this print? Well, let's mount this image onto a rigid substrate. Let's take a substrate like this one over here. That's DM. We can mount this image over here. That's what I did over here. But in addition, what I have done is I have added a texturizer. That's a gel that I was adding here. It's only 1 minute and gives us a texture here that looks like a real painting. So in a matter of minutes, we can convert a latex print like this one to a really nice finished image like this one, which has a lot of added value. So let's start talking about one of the most exciting applications for latex, and that's wall coverings. That's what you have over here. Here we have a big wall covered with a lot of different types of materials for wall coverings. And that's what makes this application very exciting. You can use a lot of different brands, you can use a lot of different types of media, you can use a lot of different types of adhesives. Here we see brands like Nation, Alstrom, DHJ, HP, Dreamscape. So as you can see, big variety of brands, but it's not also only brands, it's also finishes. We have glossy finishes, texture finishes, smooth finishes, and also different types of materials. We have textiles, we have papers. So as you can see, we have a wide portfolio of possibilities when we talk about covering a wall with a wallpaper. So let's talk about this application. Why I find this application so interesting? First thing, it's a high margin application. When you have a wall like this one, the customer will pay a lot of money for that. And there is very little competition. It's a growing application, so really, really interesting to take a look. And why latex? Why latex is a very interesting technology for that? In fact, I think that of all technologies that exist today, latex is the most suitable for wall coverings. Latex doesn't smell, latex gives us great quality, and latex has very good handability. So we don't really need to protect these images. We don't really need to laminate those images if we want to decorate a wall. I really would like to show you one interesting thing which has to do with this potential of latex with wall coverings. This is a swatchbook of one wall manufacturer, which we met the other day, and he told us, yeah, you don't need to convince us about latex on wall coverings, because this is a swatchbook that we are already delivering to our customers. It's a swatchbook with a lot of different types of media of this vendor, and we are already delivering this to all our PSPs printed in latex. So that's a very good demonstration that latex is already a technology which is being used by wall manufacturers like this one, which is Muramur. Let me elaborate a little bit about how do we decorate a wall. And let me give you 4 different examples, 4 different situations on wall decorations. Let's go over here, and I'll show you this first wall. That's a wall for a restaurant. In this case, I decided to decorate this wall with a Nation wallpaper. That's a texture wallpaper. I really like a lot this texture. It makes it very, very elegant. And this is a media, like this one over here, that comes already with a texture, but doesn't come with a glue. So how are we going to attach this type of media into a wall? Very simple. We just take glue. It's a very, very simple thing you can find anywhere. You put the glue in a bucket like this one with some water. You mix, and you have the glue ready. That's what traditionally has been done for wall covering. So what you need to do, just take this glue and apply the glue on the wall. Very simple process, a lot of fun. You just need to make sure that you don't apply glue on top of the media. It's not because you're going to remove the ink, it's mainly because you will create some glossy effect on the print that it will make it look not that nice. So once you have the glue all over the place, you may also add a little bit of glue on the media. In this case, with this should be enough. We just apply it here. Very easy to apply. If it's not well positioned, we just release it a little bit. And as you can see, in a matter of seconds, we can have it ready. We just let it dry and done. Let's go to a second option. Let's go to an option which I really love when we talk about wall decorations. So that's this wall over here. That could be the wall for a school. And I decorated this wall with my favorite wallpaper. That's the HP PVC-free wallpaper. Why I like so much this paper? Well, it's a smooth paper, but the thing I like the most is that the glue is already here. We don't really need to think which glue do I need to put. We don't really need to think which is the amount of glue I need to put here. It's already here. And the only thing I need to do if I want to decorate a wall is I need to activate the glue with water. And we're going to do that in a second. Let's take a look at this wall over here. That's a wall that I decorated some time ago. And I would like to remove that decoration from this wall. How should we do that? For this specific paper, very easy. We just need to wet the surface with water. The water is going to soften the glue, and then we can release that very easily. So let's make a trial. Here I have some water. I'm just going to put water on the surface, and I will start releasing all this from one corner. So let's just start from here. Okay? It will always come out in just one piece because it's a very strong paper. It is a reinforced paper. It's a latex reinforced paper. Okay? So as you can see, very easy to be released in just one piece. And now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this wall. How we're going to decorate this wall? Again, with this HP PVC-free wallpaper. The glue is already here, so let's activate this glue. I just roll it a little bit. I just put it completely in water. Some seconds is enough, making sure that water covers all the surface. Now, you will notice that the glue has been already activated. So this makes it ready for its application over here. So you can see, very easy, even if it's not in the right place, I can release it. It will take still some time to be dry. And once it's in its right place, I just apply a little bit of pressure to remove the excess of bubbles, the excess of glue, the excess of water. And one very important step is to make sure that I dry it, making sure that it's very clean and there is no rest of dirtiness around all the surface. Okay? So a lot of fun and very easy. But there are more things to talk about when we talk about wall coverings. Let's go over there. I have other scenarios where I want to show you how we can decorate in a different way some walls. So let me show you another option for wall decoration. That's a very, very elegant one. I really love this touch and feel of this material. In fact, this is not a paper. This is a textile. And it's not only that this textile, and here I have a sample of this one, looks really great and have a very nice touch and feel. It's also that it is very easy to apply. This is a material from DHA, And this material comes already with a liner, which means that it's a self-adhesive textile. So very easy to apply. In a matter of minutes, we can apply a little bit of pressure and done. So we don't really need to worry about water. We don't really need to worry about glue. Let's do a demo over here. Here I start to apply it on the wall. As you can see, I always leave the liner over here because it will help me to avoid sticking it all just at once. So then I just use this simple sponge to apply some pressure, and I keep on releasing the liner. I get no bubbles because it's a quite soft material that adapts very well to the surface, but at the same time I apply pressure, I am releasing the liner, as you can see. Okay? Let me show you now another way of decorating a wall, a fun way of decorating a wall, very easy. So this wall I decorated with a vinyl. In this case, that was a transparent vinyl. And it is as simple as having a fun design like the one you have over here, and then cutting that design with a cutter. In this case, you see part of the design, and this design I was adding some reference points that will help the cutter to know where to cut. Then I run this print through the cutter, and once this is done, I have the different pieces ready to be released from here and ready to be stuck on the wall. Okay, so as you can see, I release this piece over here, and you can stick it very easily here. Why very easily? Because this type of adhesive, it's a soft adhesive that allows us to reposition. So if you have a bubble, if you want to place it in a different place, very, very easy. But let's elaborate a little bit about financials. Is it really such a high margin application? Yes, it's not only fun, it's also that you can earn a lot of money with that application. Let's talk a little bit about financials. Imagine you want to decorate a big wall like this one over here. And most of the times, 70% of the times, you are going to decorate this wall with a low-cost material like the HP PVC free wallpaper. And 30% of the times, you are going to decorate with a more expensive material. With this data in mind, you only need to do 7 walls per month, and in 9 months, you will have already paid your L26500 printer. So that means printing just 1 hour per day. In 9 months, you will have paid your printer. So let me summarize what we have been discussing today, why this application is so exciting with latex. There are 3 things I'd like you to remember when we talk about wall coverings. First thing, it's a growing market. Second thing, HP Latex is the best technology of all digital printing technologies for wall coverings. Why is that? Well, the print doesn't smell, you have great quality, and the handability, it's great handability. And third thing, very interesting, high margins. It's a really high margin application. I hope this presentation was inspiring and useful to you. I am Roman Barba from HP. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a great day.